Hey guys, Joe here and doing another tabletop. Yes, I know I'm going a little bit of time between them. We've explained this, taking time off, slowing things down. Had to sell one of my cars, working on another one. When stuff takes up all my time, it tends to make things like this take a little bit longer, specifically for the fact that I don't make real money doing this. I get a little bit of extra, ka-chingy every month from you guys, which greatly appreciate. Subscribe to all that stuff. But because I have less than 10,000 subscribers and I'm not willing to whore myself out on Instagram and Twitter, my growth is slower. You can follow me over on TikTok because I make short form videos there and I cuss a lot more and I do stupid stuff. So check that side out, TikTok, The Jiminy Show. You can see my fun stuff here. Can't put this kind of stuff up there because guns are frowned upon on the TikTok for some reason, but you can have half-naked people and racists. Go figure. Let's today talk about some Taurus products. I have these from Liberty Arms, store I help out at, so feel free to check them out. Harrisonburg, Virginia, tell them I sent you. This first one is a G3C. I've already taken the mag out. Go ahead and safety check it, and you can see this one is clear. We've already looked at one of these. These are actually, for the money, a very impressive firearm. They're at least $100 cheaper than a Glock counterpart, and they offer decent capacity in the 13 round range. They have flat and extended base pads, so you can actually carry up to 15, and they take the G3 full-size mags. This is actually what we're here to talk about today. This is the GX4, the subcompact, although, to be honest, not much of a difference. Slightly shorter in the grip frame, but that's about it. We will get back to the comparison in a minute. Let's take a look at what you get in the box. Inside the box, you get 2 magazines. That's convenient. You don't get a gun stand. That's just from the store. You get your information here. You get a mini thingy here. You get another back strap. That's always nice to have, especially on these micro 9s, because the fit of the back strap might not be for everybody. You also get a gun lock. All very standard stuff. Glad to see it's in a hard case. Easier to store hard cases, in my opinion, but not required if it's going to drive the price up. Now, price of a G3C is currently upside down, $345. Prices went up on them. Unfortunately, supply and demand does that. However, that's not a terrible price. Normally, they were in the $315 to $330 range. However, the GX4 is $330, and these are both for sale as of the time of this video. So check it out. Again, Liberty Arms, tell them you want it, and they will hook you up. Taking a look again at the G3C, the G3C has some fundamental differences from the GX4. Probably going to keep screwing up those names. Forgive me. Fundamentally, the operations of the guns, they're both double stack 9mm. These are both for this gun, and they both have a higher than 8-round capacity. This is 11, this is 13. So very close in capacity. You can see the difference is down here in the grip frame. However, the controls and operations are different. The G3C is more like a Glock 26 in its operation. This one does have a manual safety, but if it didn't, it would basically be a Glock 26. This guy is more like a Hellcat in that it is very slim, and the 365 to a point. Very slim, no exposed controls really other than the slide lock slide release, and it's a little bit smaller so it doesn't print as much. It's a little bit shorter so it doesn't poke you in the appendix as much either. Dimensionally, you can see they're very similar. You can see the length difference is right there in the barrel. It's about 1/4 of an inch. Chambers are at the same point, so yeah, there you go. The grip is slightly different. You can see this one is a little bit smoother. This is a little bit more extreme, and then with the other backstrap, it's actually a bigger hump. But again, it allows you to get your hand on there nice and tight. You actually need to get a good grip on these bad boys, especially with these flush base pads, which don't really do much for bigger hands. This one has checkered panels. This one just has 2 panels, one on each side, and then your front and back strap. Less stippling than there is on the G3C. And another big difference is the fact that the G3C, unlike the Glock counterpart, is double action or single action, whereas the GX4 single action only. Decent-ish trigger. I mean, a little bit of take up and then pretty short break. Reset. You don't feel it, you hear it. You don't feel it, you hear it. Sorry, I tried to say 8 words at the same time. But the reset's pretty short and it does work. Glock style sights, so you can change those out just like most of the standard striker fired Taurus lineup. No real chamber indicator, external extractor, front and rear slide serrations. Although with the barrel that small, I don't know many people that would manipulate from the front, but it's nice to have as an option. Does have stippling up here, so you can keep your fingers up there for your memory notches. Does have a trigger bar safety, no external manual safety. Not sure if it was available with one. Let me know in the comments if you have one. But unlike the 365, which has no trigger safety and is available with the manual safety, this one just has no trigger safety. Or has a trigger safety, period. Sorry, I'm talking about 8 different models and it's throwing me off. Before we get to the takedown, I will honestly say I have a couple of gripes with this gun and the fact that it is too big for what it's trying to do. It's bigger than the Springfield Hellcat. It's bigger than the 365. This is more like a 365 XL. Even the grip is almost closer to an XL versus a standard one. Is it a big deal? Not really, especially for the price. $330 makes it an excellent deal. You will see this one does have a screw there. Not really a screw. It's just a thingy that you need to push in and unturn. I'm going to grab something to do that with. That's of course. Jojo didn't plan ahead, so now he's using the wrong thing. Hey kids, when would you use the right thing to take your gun apart? I don't know. Why would you do that, Steve? Hold on a second. Sorry about that. It took me a second to remember that the tool is actually the keychain, so don't lose that. Otherwise, you need a flat tip. So, very easy, very simple. In order to take it apart, you just clear it. Number one, nothing in it. Good. Pull the trigger. You can do that now or afterwards. But at the base of the keychain is actually a flat piece here. Trying to do this looking through my viewfinder. You just turn it all the way to the forward position and you can just take the gun apart. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You could do that with the casing edge. You could do it with the key, whatever you have. The scissors I had, I was turning it the wrong way. That's why it didn't just come off. Live filming, baby. That's what happens. Inside, you have a captive double spring. Nice. That helps mitigate some of the recoil. When you have 2 different springs stopping at 2 different rates, you get a softer recoil. It's just physics. Look it up. Don't ask me to justify it. Again, Grandma. Taking the barrel out, you just pop it out the bottom. Nice little stubby. It's like having a little revolver. Then inside you have your drop safety, firing pin block, if you want to call it that. Somebody actually went through all the trouble to correct me. Firing pin block, that's fine, but then he went on a racist rant, so I had to ban him. Striker tube with the striker right there. Pretty easy, pretty simple, pretty cover girl. I don't know. A little bit of a lightning cut in there, and then as you can see, just like a Glock, screwed in front sight and dovetailed rear sight. So you can put some nice night sights on it. Inside here, I like that it's got full-length rails. That's nice, easy, convenient. And then because it's a slightly different takedown style, if it was a SIG, it would have had a little lever. I don't know. But it would be on this side so that you can just take it down and pop the top off. Other than that, pretty standard gun. Not bad. Let's put it back together. And yes, I do like having a mess of firearms on my table. If you like that, don't forget to subscribe. Follow me for more. All that good stuff. Again, I'm not an Instagram whore. Never will be. I mean, unless you guys really want to pay me some good money. Let me know in the comments. But as you can see, the spring needs to be completely flat and straight, horizontal, not vertical in any way. Otherwise, it would bind on the firearm. You will see that the little takedown is in the horizontal position. I'm going to try to do this backwards from what I normally do. Take your frame, I almost said your tame, and line it up with the fried. Go ahead and slide it back. Try to do it this way so that you can see it. It will automatically reset the takedown. And then you're back in business and ready to go. So, all that being said, as a personal buyer, which one would I choose? Personally, I'm going to go with this guy. It's a simpler operation system, even though that's pretty simple. Double action or single action makes this a lot safer to carry for somebody that's uninitiated because you can leave it in double action, which does have a heavier pull. So single action is very light, double action is always more. And as far as I know, again, this one has the manual safety. Also, it gives me more room to grip it. Personal reasons. If I was going to appendix carry or inside the pocket carry, this would be a good choice. However, it doesn't offer enough over this one, in my personal opinion, to give you my stamp of approval. Now, I know what you're saying. Hey, this one was $15 cheaper than this one. Yes, that's true. It's $15 cheaper, but this one gives you 3 mags. And again, it's more of a Glock takedown style, so easier maintenance, easier functionality, more readily available parts. It's just, again, I don't mind the GX4, but I'm not going to give it my full recommendation when a gun like this one, made by the same manufacturer, exists. They're cannibalizing themselves. Had this been actually the size of a Hellcat or a 365, I could have given it more credence, but because it's barely smaller than that, I just won't do it. So that's it. Leave me your comment. Let me know which one you prefer. Again, I give you my honest opinion. I am not beholden to any gun manufacturer because none have ever sent me a gun to test, nor do I think I would take one if they did, just because, I don't want to be beholden to any individual company. That's where you guys come in. Subscribe, follow, all that stuff, TikTok. Just whatever you want to do to help the channel grow would be greatly appreciated. Just subscribing and telling your friends does it. And helping out the store allows me to check out fun stuff like this. Come back. Today is Thursday when you're seeing this, so come back on Saturday because I have a pretty cool air gun. Yes, an air gun to show you guys. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm done fighting with this box. Joe, Jiminy Show, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you later.